Right. Well, we're at Kiepersol. We're here in the vault, which is kind of cool. You can see some of our older vintages, some of our older labels, and yeah, it's been kind of interesting working here so far.
Mike, we told you guys and everybody, Mike and I are going to go on weekly, and I went out of town, and then I came back with a cold, and
then we had Vintners, and then
we straight up lied to everybody. Yeah. I am so sorry for that. But you do bring up a good point. We were in the vault. The vault, I'm going to get a little romantic for a minute because the beauty of wine, everybody, the beauty of wine is that it is time and place in a bottle. For instance, this is the 2010 Syrah. And I haven't seen this label in a while.
Okay.
Haven't been here in the vault hanging out with this. But if I think about 2010, it takes me back to 2010, 8 years ago. Takes me back to K.E. Cellars. Takes me back to which blocks of the vineyard this came on. So that the beauty of the vault is that it truly is time and space captured in a bottle. And that's I think the romance of wine that got me into it.
Right.
For sure.
Awesome. So we get a lot of questions here when people come to Kiepersol. Is Kiepersol, is that a family name? Is that what's Kiepersol?
So a couple funny stories about Kiepersol. Now, Kiepersol, a lot of people think it's a family name, right? And they'll call and they go, I know Mr. Kiepersol or Mrs. Kiepersol, can we get a good table? Mm-hmm. And we're like, when they pull that, y'all don't pull that because there is no Mr. or Mrs. Kiepersol here. So Kiepersol is the name of the farm that my dad grew up on in South Africa. And when we immigrated to the U.S. and finally were able to purchase some land, we named it Kiepersol, but not just because that's the name of the farm he grew up on. There's a beautiful story that goes back to the Anglo War in South Africa, so the British-Boer War. And that was the time that the Boer soldiers and the Zulu tribe were fighting against the British. And I think the British had, at one point or another, every nation in the world had to fight Great Britain for independence. So they were in war, or war was happening, and the Boer soldiers, or the South African descendants, witness 3 red-coated soldiers, so the Brits, running from a lion towards a single trunk tree. And they were yelling, something, something Kiepersol, something, something Kiepersol. Well, they couldn't understand English. And later what they realized, what they were yelling was, we hope this tree will keep us all. So Kiepersol is actually a mispronunciation or a misinterpretation of keep us all.
Okay.
And we find that so fitting because, and for us, it's about God keeping us all safe and here on the property and all over. So that's what Kiepersol means, keep us all.
So what are we? What is Kiepersol? What do we actually do?
So you ask very broad questions.
Yes, I do.
So if you were to ask what is Kiepersol, from my vantage point, and growing up here, that Kiepersol is a place where we can all utilize our God-given talents, and that's from my vantage point. And if you're a farmer, and if you're growing a product, and you're producing something from that product, and then you're selling that product. When I say God-given talents, I mean if you like farming, if you like selling, if you like talking to people and connecting with people, we have that ability to do here. But more important than from our vantage point is that when you are living out your God-given talent, you are naturally passionate and you naturally love what you do. And you naturally want to share that with people that come on our property. So for us, or for everyone watching, Kiepersol is a place for you to come and connect with the land and come and really just get a taste of the fruits of our labor. Is that too broad of an answer?
No, that's great. But you specifically, you were the founding winemaker, correct?
I was.
Okay.
Yes.
And how did that start?
So winemaking wasn't where it all started. We're farmers first.
Okay.
And it really all started with the love of the land and the love of farming and being a daddy's girl. And our dad, my sister and I's dad, Pierre, was a farmer, a great farmer. And he when you grow up as a daddy's girl, you want to make daddy happy, and you think that you love everything that he loves. And I remember professing that I want to grow grapes. Actually, I'm lying to you. I wanted to grow peaches.
Okay.
And he gave me every reason to not grow peaches, but didn't squish it. He said, if you want to farm, but you've got to find a niche crop. So he helped come up with the grape crop. And then out of growing grapes, we decided, okay, we're going to take that one step further and make wine. And we were those crazy people 11 miles south of Loop 323 for many years, claiming to make wine, but stuck with it and are very glad. 20 years later, so glad that we did it.
Right. Okay. So are we technically in Bullard? I hear a lot of people say Kiepersol's in Bullard, but we're actually technically in Tyler, right?
So it's strange how addresses work. I'm not exactly sure how the addresses are given, but Kiepersol's address is a Tyler address. But you physically have to drive to Bullard to get to Kiepersol.
Okay.
So we claim Bullard and Tyler, or the greater East Texas area, however you want to look at it. But you certainly do have to come to Bullard to get to Kiepersol.
Okay, and so you mentioned, we're coming up on 20 years almost. So when did we start when did Kiepersol get established?
So Kiepersol was established. Well, we purchased the original 73 acres of Kiepersol in 1994.
Okay.
So 1994 to 1998 was just enjoying the fact that we had our own land, and Dad built a house. And then 1998, we planted our first 1 acre test crop of grapes. And then in 1999, we planted 14 acres. So the vineyard planting started in 99. So we've been growing grapes for 20 years. But the first wine vintage was 2000.
Okay.
And I think we find some of that in the vault here.
It's possible.
So,
yeah.
you know what?
Anyways.
I wouldn't drink it.
Yeah, probably a little.
It's a keepsake. It's a keepsake.
Okay, awesome. If you guys are online, you have any questions, feel free to ask them. We've got Marnelle here, one of the owners of Kiepersol, so feel free to ask questions. So what's going on right now in Kiepersol history and Kiepersol business? Like, obviously we're getting ready to come into Christmas, but, is there any kind of special things that are special to you, or things that are making you excited about?
Christmas time for us, especially my sister, Valmay loves Christmas, loves the decor, the homey feel, and I love it. But I'm a little bit more of the business-orientated one, and I'm much more happy taking the kids into the winery and topping barrels than I am doing Christmassy stuff. But whenever it comes down to that moment of baking Christmas cookies and doing all those fun things, it's fun when you're there doing that. And to me, Christmas, and for Kiepersol, is about finding all those little paths and passions that everybody has. So we have Good Juju cookies that come out and do Christmas decorating with us. We're lighting up the vineyard. We have gift boxes, corporate gift boxes. There's so many things happening around the Christmas season. And that's just what we have on the wine end. But hosting Christmas parties and events at Bushman's and everything. So it's a happening place around Christmas time for sure.
Yeah, and it seems like we just got some accolades at State Fair of Texas this last summer, and then I guess early fall. But then now I think we have some accolades coming back. We're hearing some news about Houston. What's going on in Houston?
We did really well in Houston, you guys. We submitted 7 wines, and we brought home 7 medals. Wow. And to me, I remember getting these medals and making my dad so proud when he'd see, oh, we got this medal, we got this. And I remember his comment was, you make East Texas proud. And that is bringing home 7 medals, is bringing it home to all of East Texas to say your winery in your backyard can compete on the global marketplace. And we are here, and we're here to stay, and we have good quality wine. And I would love for East Texas to take ownership on that and say, that's right, that's our winery in our backyard, and bring people out here and share it with everyone, because we're doing good things.
So what is the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo?
So the Houston Livestock Show has been going on for like 100 years. It's one of the largest livestock show and rodeos in the U.S. And it's the third largest wine competition. So it's an international wine competition, and wines from all over come from all over the world. And there's a Texas portion and an open portion that's an international competition. So we submit our wines and have done really well with that. And it's something that the fourth largest city in the U.S. hosts, and where there's a ton of good wine coming into the ports of Houston from all over the world. So it's a very competitive market, and a very competitive market to do really well in. And it's not just us. Haak Winery, a phenomenal winery in Santa Fe, Texas, they just took home the Texas Winery saddle. So the winery of the year there. And Raymond Haak and his wife Gladys, years ago, 18 years ago, were so gracious to help us and help me. They would answer phone calls, and I would say, what do I do? I'm making white wine. And they really helped us get our white wine program started. And the beauty of the Texas wine industry is that as diversified as the Texas wine industry is, that everybody wants everyone to succeed. And I'm very, very proud of Haak Winery and seeing what they're doing in that little corner of the world down there in Santa Fe, Texas. And kudos to you guys, Raymond and Gladys, and your whole
congratulations.
team.
Congratulations. Yeah. So obviously you said this is the third largest wine tasting event and wine competition. Okay, so that's a good opportunity for wine lovers from all over the world really to come and visit Texas and experience Texas wines.
Absolutely. And we'll have to post some. They're going to have some little events in the spring during the rodeo, and we'll post all that information where if you guys want to take a trip down to Houston and experience a lot of the international wines, Texas wines, there's all kinds of little places that you can go and things that have to do with the rodeo, and so it's a fun thing to participate in.
Okay. So obviously we're taking ownership of Texas as our destination, as our home. What else? I mean, can we get more specific? I mean, obviously we have East Texas, we have Tyler. What's going on in Tyler? Why should people come to East Texas? Because I feel like there's a lot of people that just don't know about the hidden gem of East Texas. And
you're asking it from someone new to East Texas.
Correct.
As well.
Yeah.
I'm extremely passionate about the restaurants of Tyler. I feel like Tyler has a business community, a medical community, an oil-based community, a great school, awesome schools in Tyler. But the thing that gets overlooked all the time, because we are so big and so into chain restaurants here, that the locally owned restaurants get overlooked. And there are some phenomenal restaurants in the Tyler area. There's great music everywhere. And Tyler today really has the same feel that Austin had 30 years ago. Okay. And you go and you get live music at the grocery store, for goodness sake. You can go to Fresh and hear live music. I mean, how cool is that? Right. So to me,
Fresh is a grocery store, by the way.
Yes, Fresh by Brookshire's. Brookshire's is an awesome partner to us and carries our product. And we implore that you guys go to Brookshire's because they're a locally owned business. And I'm really passionate about all the locally owned businesses here. It's important to me, and I hope important to our community as well. Okay, awesome. So obviously we've talked about Thanksgiving. We got Christmas coming up. What does a gift box entail? We've got a gift box here. Awesome. And I know You're so prepared.
Right? And I know it's called the Adventure, but why?
So the Adventure, this was our original. We called this in the old days. Pardon me, I'm chewing on a cough drop. We called this the Big Three: Cabernet, Merlot, and Syrah. Cabernet, Merlot, and Syrah are our flagship varieties. These are the varieties that truly express the original terroir of Kiepersol. Okay. So Cabernet is what people in the wine industry are really calling us the Bordeaux of Texas. So we're tucked up in this like northeastern corner, and we're growing Cab and Merlot and Malbec. So Bordeaux varieties. Our Merlots are phenomenal in that they have a big body, big character, lots of peppery notes to it. And our Syrah, of course, is not a Bordeaux variety, but is a Rhone, a classic French varietal. But our Syrah is kind of been a fan favorite over the last 20 years, and stylistically is made very comfortable. We coined the term comfort wines.
Okay.
These are all classic Kiepersol representatives, but Syrah is so comfortable, so delicate, so velvety on the palate, with such a masculine flavor profile, that this is just a great gift and something awesome to share with anyone that you want to experience classic Kiepersol.
Yeah, and so this is what, $60, I believe.
$60. What a deal!
Plus, I believe tax and fees. But yeah, we can have that shipped.
We can in East Texas
or in Texas.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So we can ship anywhere in Texas. You can go on our website kiepersol.com and order that as well. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about some Kiepersol events and things that we're going to put on. We had a Vintner's dinner a couple months ago, and we're getting ready to have another one coming up, and those are growing in popularity.
And they're so fun.
So what is a Vintner's dinner?
So for those of you that don't know, we've got this awesome following coming to our Vintner's dinners, and I'm going to reach out to some other restaurants, and we're going to pair up with these restaurants and do some Vintner's dinners at their places. But Vintner's dinner is where we have this humongous table. The entire dining room is dedicated to only this one group, right?
Wow.
And so it's, number one, it's this awe-inspiring, like the entire length of our dining room table. And you come in, and I say this on all of our tours. Those of you who took my tours, have taken my tours in the past. When you come to Kiepersol, guys, you come as strangers, and we leave as friends. That's just how it goes. So you come prepared to sit next to someone that you don't know, and sit down, and we walk you through an entire meal, 4 courses, and you don't get to select anything. It's all pre-selected, and we pair wine with each course, and then we'll have a dessert course. And the fun part about our Vintner's dinners is that in every one of them, we try to break a rule.
Okay.
It's all about breaking the rules
and
saying that, wine can pair with this, wine can go with this, but if you want white zin and lamb, it's okay. And if you want cold Cabernet with chocolate, it's okay.
Yeah.
So we come up with some rule to break and make it a lot of fun. And I think this one, you introduced a drink on this one. Are we not? The last. It's kind of a surprise though. We don't want to.
Yeah. We're not gonna go into.
We're not gonna ruin that.
So we have a surprise dessert, which is gonna be really fun. But let's talk about like the main courses for. We have the one coming up on the 28th, which is actually already sold out. So we opened up a second night, which is November 29th, which is a Thursday night.
So there's still time for that. You guys give us a call and book that. But mustard roasted tenderloin.
Okay.
So it's phenomenal tenderloin, and then the thing I'm most excited about is a curried fennel salmon. It's just to die for. It's got some caramelized onion, a little bit of fennel, and this great curry glaze. Yes, I won't give up the wine that we're pairing with it, but you guys have to come try this meal.
Right.
It's phenomenal.
Yes, thanhanks for the comments, guys. It's fun that you guys are joining in and adding comments, and just thanks for all the kudos. Someone said I have to go to the distillery, and good luck. Thank you guys so much for that. Also, I guess there's some people from Houston watching us right now, so that's awesome. Yeah.
Hey, Houston.
Feel free to come out and come hang out with us. But yeah, let's talk about. So yeah, we've got Vintners coming up. That's a great event. So it's $100 a plate.
$100 a plate.
Okay.
$100 a person.
Sorry.
4 plates, 4 cocktails, a great time.
Okay.
So it's a lot of fun. You meet a lot of people, and you get to see a side of Kiepersol that you typically wouldn't, because this is kind of preset, and you get to meet the staff, talk to the staff, and the chef comes out, and we give him a round of applause, and it's a lot of fun. You guys should come and experience that. The biggest thing that we have coming up though is the lighting up the vineyard.
Yeah, lights of Kiepersol.
Black Friday.
Okay.
So Black Friday, we're gonna light up the vineyard. We're gonna plug it in, and we'll see the whole vineyard up in lights, and those lights will last from Black Friday to New Year's.
So it's not just a one-night event. It's a long haul.
Yes, you guys come out. There are gonna be photo ops for the whole season. Thanksgiving is actually a week early. It's a week earlier than normal. So we actually have a longer time between Thanksgiving and Christmas than we normally do. So an extra week to come check out the lights.
Absolutely.
And so that's going to be kind of a neat thing to see. When you come out to see the lights in these cold nights, we have heaters, we have some blankets, we'll have some hot cocktails and some wine cocktails. But if you guys come out, just be prepared to chill. When you come to Kiepersol, you're going to come and eat. But when you come to the wine side and the farm side of things, you come there just to take it in. And a good friend of mine, Lisa Pulliam, she says that if she can't make it to the beach, she comes to check out the view at Kiepersol. So when you come, just come and be prepared to exhale and just take in the view. And the view changes all the time with the season. Like right now, we're just coming off of the colors. The heavy frost last night should kind of make it a little bit more barren than it's been. But even that is a gorgeous view. So you guys come out and check that out.
Okay.
What else do we have, Mike?
We have what I believe Good Juju has a cookie decorating class coming up on November 20th, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Those are always a hit. They're almost always selling out. If you want a good family fun event, come on out to our Salt Kitchen, which is right next to our wine tasting room.
Yes.
And we booked that room full of about 50 people, and that's pretty packed in there. And it's good though because Good Juju, she does an amazing job with teaching and providing some really cool little decorations that people can do. We also have for our wine club members, for those of you, or actually club members, really, it's spirits or wines. You're part of our club members. And we have a pickup party, and our Christmas pickup parties are usually a little bit over the top. Yeah, a little bit over the top, a little bit fun.
That's where my sister gets all her Christmas stuff out of her. So another thing is that people can buy from the vault. So we're going to I like doing these talks in here. I like being around the history of Kiepersol in here in the vault. But these wines are available for sale too. So you guys just check out. I think it is a wine club member only.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but another reason to join our wine club, you guys. So.
Yeah, and again, we ship anywhere in Texas. So, if for whatever reason you can't make it to our pickup parties, we can always ship it to you. So.
There are so many stories that we have to tell, and if you guys have any questions, anything that you're wondering about Kiepersol, send us a message or post it, because we're gonna come up with the best content, the most informative content to share what we can about Kiepersol with you guys. And then Mike's going to interview myself and other members of the team. So we'd love to hear your feedback and love to know what questions you guys have about us, and would be happy to share with you guys.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, thank
Mike,
you guys for tuning in, and thank you. Yeah.
All right. Catch you guys later.